What is happening, everybody? It is Jude coming to you with another comic book review. So I have a few that I'm going to be doing this week, but let me go ahead and before we get started. I do comic book reviews, trailer reactions, film reactions, things, stories, upcoming, different things, commentating, podcasting, all that stuff. New to the channel, subscribe, like, follow, leave comment below. If you have any suggestions of anything I should be reading, leave a comment below and let me know. Join my new Discord. I mean, the Discord is out, but not very many people joining. But I have a Discord just in case. But anyways, let's get into this this comic. This is by Image Comics. This is something that somebody in the comment sections. I appreciate the suggestions for wanting to ask me to read this and do a review on this. This is Image Comics called Void Rivals, and it is written by Robert Kirkman. It got Lorenzo De Felici, Matthews Lopez as the artist and all that stuff. But anyways, let's get to this review. And I got issue 2 because I didn't even give it a look. I kind of just it overlooked. But when they gave me the suggestion to read it, I said, all right, I'm gonna check it out. So anytime someone gives me a suggestion, I'll go ahead and try it out. I have no problem. No issue, but I will, even though regardless if you like it or if I don't like it, or if I like it or if you don't like it, I'm going to give you an honest opinion, okay? But on this one, the opinion is probably going to be the same as the person who told me to read it, because I can't imagine anybody telling me to read something that they don't like it. It'd be kind of weird that you don't like it, but you want me to read it. That'd be kind of weird. But anyways, I like this. I like this. That's why I'm appreciating the suggestion, because Void Rivals was actually a very surprising story. And there's a lot of surprises that fall into this story as well. So this is issue 1, issue 2. Issue 3 comes out on the 16th, and this is surprising. So this is about two different people that came from two different, it's hard for me to say. I assume they come from different planets, but they're humanoids. One's called an Ogorian and another one's called a Zortolian, and they are rivals. So I guess that kind of makes the name Void Rivals. And it's kind of weird how they had the VO. This says ID, then AOS. I'm not sure. There must be a connection there. Anyways, they crash landed on this planet, and both their ships are wrecked. They don't like each other because they know of each other's rival history. The beef between their people versus their people. But in order to survive, they're going to have to get along. They're going to have to collaborate. They're going to have to just get over what they heard about each other and just be like, all right, we're going to fix up, try to survive, but our ships are damaged. How the hell are we going to get off this planet? So there was a surprise in it. There was Jetfire, a transformer, which one of them had found on the planet, sleep or been crash landed for a very long time, woke up, said hey to him, and then flew off. An actual transformer it made references of Cybertron, and I was like, okay, so this is in the Transformers, same universe as Transformers. There was another surprise at the end of the book after issue 1, but we'll get to that in a minute. So, anyways, the dialogue is good. The story is good because they're having this. They're discussing what their rules are of each other. Their different backgrounds, their different cultures. There's a reason, but they have to fix these ships so they can survive and try to leave this planet and get to their home destinations and get back home. So, in issue 1, that's pretty much all it is. At first, they're not getting along, but they're just like trying to make it work. Now they decide we got to figure out what we can do to fix these ships because our rations are getting low. We will not be able to eat. We're going to starve to death. But anyways, it kind of just ended in great conversation and story-based background of these characters. One's a female, one's a male, from what I can tell. And they revealed themselves, which was against their rules. then they realize they're so much more alike than what they remember. But at the end of the book, just to give you guys, this came out weeks ago, so if you don't know, that's your fault for being spoiled. At the end of the book, I opened it up and saw that Optimus Prime was at the end of the. It was at the end. He's not in the story, but in Image Comics, it's promoting an upcoming issue 1 of Transformers and GI Joe Duke. One's called Duke issue 1. One's called Cobra Commander issue 1. And it's promoting them as an upcoming Transformers is going to have issue 1 come out in October. Duke is going to come out in December. And then Cobra Commander is going to come out in January. So Image has taken the rights of Transformers, which means this right here is the reason it's kind of giving us an intro to the universe of the Transformers. Now, I don't know anything about Void Rivals from any past reference, animation, cartoons, movies. So it's something. This is apparently this is something new. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it isn't. Maybe I should do a deeper dive into the story. So, with that being said, that means there's an upcoming Transformer book for Image Comics coming out and GI Joes. So, issue 2, Void Rivals got into the backstory of the Ogurian character, why he ended up where he is, or what his people wanted him to do. He is a pilot. He's supposed to be one of the greatest pilots, but for some reason they didn't make it back. Anyways, this one if it really just gets down to them working together, and they finally reached, after I think it was up to 20 days, they finally fixed up a smaller ship, because the Ogurian ship, the Zertonian ship, was less damaged than the Ogurian, so they took pieces, take the weight down, so they can. They did so many different ways to make it work, but they finally got it to launch off. It was either that, or we could starve on this rock, or we most likely die blowing up in this ship. We don't know what's going to happen. We're just going to get in it. It did with a bang, because when they took off, they ran into some trouble with some other humanoid species. And I'm going to end it at that. But I'm going to say this is a very good story, a good recommendation to read. That for me to read this was great, and I'm glad I was recommended to read it. Void Rivals by Image Comics, because I was looking for new stories to start reading. I was done with most of the others. I got some that I'm finishing. That started last year, or this year, really. So starting something new is always something good. So if you know of any good series that I should be reading that I have not previewed or reviewed on my channel, please feel free to leave that down below in the comments, and I'm going to read it. So I'm very satisfied with this read. I'm going to continue to read this. Like I said, on the 16th of this month, issue 3 will be out. So I'm curious to see what happens in that situation that they're in now, where they got captured by these whoever. So Void Rivals, I actually like it, and it also helped me like it more knowing this is a part of the Transformers universe. Even though they're more like humans, they're not from Earth, but they're more like humanoids. And what do you know? There's other humanoids out there besides just people from Cybertron, and robotic organisms and stuff like that. So Void Rivals, I will continue reading this. I appreciate it. Don't forget, subscribe, hit that comment below, and hit that like. See you on the next one.